So you want to start a band. Congratulations. You and everyone else on the planet. Stick around. I'll give you the inside secret of what not to do. Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Super Bowden Bros. Today we are going to talk about the 5 things you should never do if you are a local band starting out. I have experience in this. I was in a band and still am in a band for 15 years. Wow, that's a long time. I can't believe that. But we have never made it to that level. But let me tell you what we did do and some of the things that we learned that you should learn to never ever do. Don't be like us. Learn from your mistakes. Well, actually, don't even make them. So here we go. Number 5. Number 5, never do a festival or a concert where you have to pay to play. This is a scam. This is a joke. Exposure is what you will be paid with. You will get a free sandwich, and that's about it. Never put yourself in a position where you have to pay to play. There are festivals that run out of Florida that like to call upon bands that are living up north or out west that like for you to just show up, pay your money, whatever it is. I think it was like $100, and you will get exposure. These people are crooks. They are in it for themselves because they need your money to put on the festival. It's not sponsored. No one's going to see you there. No one's going to discover you there. It's a sham. It's crap. So, do yourself a favor. Do not buy in to pay to play. Just don't do it. Number 4. Playing last doesn't mean you're the headline act. When you show up at a show, do not go in with the expectations that, oh, we get to play last. We are the headliner. Number 1, no one knows who you are. Number 2, nobody cares who you are. And number 3, like I said, playing last is the worst. So, your best bet is you want to show up at the show, you want to play first or second. Either one. Number 1 is probably my favorite slot to play in a local setting where no one knows who you are. Why? Because you get in there, you show your stuff, you get out of there, and then you can just enjoy the rest of the show and people can come to your merch table and get the things that they need. But playing last sucks. Why? You're there all night. You have to listen to all these other crappy bands. And then, 2 people stay for your set. Then nobody's there because everybody's burnt out. So, if you get the opportunity, volunteer to go first. You'll thank me later. Number 3, there are many record labels between you and Nashville, Tennessee. How many of them are legit? Some are. Most are not. Most are someone that thinks they are hot stuff, running it out of their basement with no money, no prospects, and no pull. So therefore, when you sign to a label, be careful. And the reason why I say this, and I will expand on this one, is I have had friends who have signed to a label and they had to end up paying for their own record. They owed the label the money. The label would not release their album until they paid the money back. So, do your research on labels and find out exactly who it is and what it is. Not every label is important. Number 2, Number two is simply this: no one wants to hear you play for an hour. No one wants to hear you play for 45 minutes. Now you say, John, why are you being so harsh? We wrote all these songs we want to play. Trust me, no one wants to hear that. Pick 4 songs, 5 at the most. Get in there, play your set, get out. Every show that my band played in the early days that no one knew who we were, we would play 4 songs to 5 songs, get in, get out. And we learned that when we did that, the shows were much better. The audience was still there. We have short attention spans as human beings. So if people don't know who you are, they're not really going to care most of the time if you went through this problem writing this song or you went through that problem writing that song. So my suggestion is get you a good set, 7 songs at the most, in case you have to. But play 4 to 5 songs on your set as time is allotted. And don't go over that time. Don't go over that time. Make sure if you're given 30 minutes to play, you end at 28 minutes. 2 minutes to spare so you can get off the stage. If you're asked to play for 20 minutes, 3 songs, bam, 15 minutes. Done and out of there. Be professional. Have your stuff together. And don't play an hour. For the love of Pete, don't play an hour. Nobody wants to hear it. And it's time for number 1. And this is probably the most important thing that I could tell you as someone who started their own band, did it for a good long while, and is still doing it. But I can tell you this. Do not have a rock star mentality. Well, John, what do you mean by that? We are rock stars. We're rockers. No. Be humble in everything that you do. Be kind to everyone that you talk to. Don't act like your crap doesn't stink. Don't act like you are the best guitar player, drummer, vocalist, bass player in the building. Be humble. Listen to the people that come to play with you. Listen to them. Listen to the people that come to watch you play. Listen to their problems and their concerns. Listen to what they have to say. Because the people is what's going to elevate you and take you higher. Example. We played a show a few years ago at this place where I personally was in charge of the venue. I ran the show. I picked the bands to play the show. What ended up happening? Well, the club that we played at unfortunately lied to me, told me that we were going to get paid, and then told all the other bands they were going to get paid, and then left it up to me to tell everyone else that they weren't going to get paid. So, therefore, we had a band who had their first show. We gave them an opportunity for their first show. And the guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, where's our pay?" And I said, "Well, unfortunately, the club just let me know that they're not going to be able to pay you." This kid was 18, 19 years old. And he says, "Man, that's a bummer. You know, like that's our livelihood right there." So, my advice, and I say all these things in love, I promise. I've been harsh on you guys, but I say all these things in love. My advice, be humble, act nice. Don't act like your crap doesn't stink. Look for opportunities to help other bands. Look for opportunities to help the venues out. Don't get taken advantage of. Make sure you get paid if you can. But don't be a rock star. Don't walk into the place because you've got 3 or 4 girls hanging off each hand and think that you're just amazing. Because you're not. Your stuff sucks. Sorry, your stuff sucks. It does. So don't be a rock star. Be a nice guy. Love people and be a nice guy. All right? All right. A couple of honorable mentions that I wanted to throw in here. Don't be in a clique. If there's a series of bands that play together and you are friends with another band and another band, but here comes this other band, you don't let them into that clique because maybe they're really good. And you guys want to talk about them in the corner, don't do that, man. That's not cool. If somebody's better than you, admit that they're better than you. If they have their crap together, acknowledge that they have their crap together. But don't ever form a clique in this community because nobody is looking out for you but you. No one else is going to take you to the top but yourself. So cliques aren't cool. Another thing, smoke breaks. And I'm going to offend a lot of people on this one, I know. But if you're in a band and it's your turn to play, you don't go and sound check and say, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. We're going to take us a smoke break and we're going to be back to play for an hour. That's crap. Nobody cares. You've lost the audience. You've lost everything at that point. And then finally, the last honorable mention. Do not plan your moves. Don't say, well, see that drum riser right there? I'm going to jump off of it during song number 3 at the drop in. Because that'll be cool and that'll make the crowd go wild. The whole big amount of 10 people here, it'll make them go wild. No. Be cool. Be humble. Just be cool. Just be cool. Don't plan your moves. Think outside the box. Find your heroes, model what they did, and how they acted. Most of the time, they're not going to tell you that they plan to jump off the drum riser during part 3 when that bass drop comes in. I'm not going to tell you that. But anyway, guys, I've been harsh to you guys, but this is something that's been on my heart for the longest time, and I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to say, because I want to help you guys out. This is what we do at this channel. We help you guys with everything. So even starting a band, we want to help you guys go into the right direction and the right moves of what you need to do as starting your band. Now, I believe in you. I think you can do it. Just follow these simple steps, and it'll be a lot easier on you. Make good content, make good music. Don't do another music video or anything like that until you get a professional camera or a professional that can do it. Don't shoot it on your iPhone. Just being honest with you. But I believe in you. I know you can do it. Today's technology, there's so much you can do at home. Don't pay thousands of dollars to go into a studio when you can actually buy the equipment yourself. Anyway, one more time. I believe in you, and Joey believes in you. The Super Bowden Brothers, we believe in you. So God bless you, and remember, keep it nerdy.